The most common question I get, especially for people who've never gotten cheek filler or it wasn't on their radar when they came in, is will I have chipmunk cheeks? I think people are just so scared they're going to have these like balls in their cheeks that don't move, that look unnatural. Hi everyone, welcome to Lipstick and Lipo, your unfiltered guide to plastic surgery. I'm Dr. Smita, your co-host, and I've got Dr. Ashley Amalfi with me up in Rochester. And
hi guys.
Hi.
Hi Smit.
So we are sort of continuing our series on fillers, and we are debunking all of those myths that are literally everywhere. We talked about lips, now we're going to talk about cheeks. I think the most common question I get, especially for people who've never gotten cheek filler or it wasn't on their radar when they came in, is will I have chipmunk cheeks? I think people are just so scared they're going to have these like balls in their cheeks that don't move, that look unnatural, that make them look bigger or, than they are, or puffy. And no, I mean, that's the answer. I don't know. What do you say, Ashley?
No, not at all. Cheek filler is going to make you look gorgeous. Cheek filler is amazing. Like, it is like this one small change that can just totally lift someone's face and make them look so rejuvenated and youthful. It's one of those things that I would say, I don't know that patients always come in and ask for it, but when I recommend it and then they look in the mirror right away, it's like, wow. Like it is a game changer. And it is by no means weird looking. Again, like everything else, I think, I'm curious to hear what you think, but I think that people looking like chipmunky, it's just way too much stuff. They're just putting way too much filler in there.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I think people are just putting too much. And I think, the sort of trouble they get into is because of, you had just mentioned, right? Like the cheek filler can give you that lifted appearance, but it's not really lifting anything, right? You're adding dimension and sort of
it's just restoring
this direction. And it's restoring the fat that we all lose as we get older, but it's not literally like taking your cheek, which is maybe sunken, and like lifting it up. But I think some injectors try to get everything to actually lift. And so they just keep on putting more and more filler in there, thinking that, it's going to obliterate your nasolabial folds because you're going to lift everything. Well, that's not necessarily what happens, and that's when you end up with tiny those chipmunk cheeks.
And
that's when
if you do too much, it you see people where it totally changes the shape of their face. That's not what it's supposed to do. It's not supposed to make us look like aliens with like these huge cheekbones and not at all. It's really just to like give the optimal result in, optimize the facial features so that everything is cohesive and balanced. It's not about like too much or extra or having like little golf balls in the front of your mouth when you smile. We want it to look smooth and honestly gorgeous, and it will just accentuate all the rest of your features. It shouldn't be like a focal point. It should just live in harmony with the rest of the face. And I think good cheek filler can totally do that. It's a game changer.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love how you put that. It sort of restores everything and just keeps everything harmonious, right? I mean, this actually came up, with all the It Cosmetics stuff that I do because, a lot of their products are sort of cheek oriented and, blushes and this and that. But, the thing with cheek filler, which I guess we sort of recreate with makeup, is drawing our attention back to like the upper third of our face, right? Yeah. The eyes. When you're younger, right, you have volume in your cheek. You don't have the separation between your eyelid and your cheek. And it's sort of like this upside down like triangle, right?
The top
or
of the heart. Where everything is a little bit wider here and comes to a point, and we kind of lose that as we age, and it goes the opposite way with jowling, and cheeks allow us to just bring everything back up. And I think
1,000%.
The focus kind of comes in here, and it looks just like really restored and really nice. Even in at the very first signs of aging. I think it can be really dramatic.
Right.
You know what else I always think is really cool, and I think my patients really like about cheek filler? Cheek filler really lasts a long time because usually we're using like thicker product, and we're going like right down on the bone along the cheekbone here. So it's just not moving a lot, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. So that kind of cheek filler is lasting at least a year, which people are like thrilled about.
Right.
And some of the products can last, up to 2 years. So, I mean, when you're thinking about maintenance and aging and stuff, something that lasts a long time is obviously really exciting. So don't be scared about it. You're going to just look gorgeous longer.
Right. Right. Exactly. And then the other thing is too, I think a lot of people think that like, you just get the cheek filler out here on the sides, right? But I actually rarely inject over here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, every once in a while, if I'm trying to balance, I'll do that. Or if it's someone who's younger and just really wants a little bit of a, kind of that high arch. But most of the time we're doing it, at least with
like right
me,
here.
we're doing it right in here. And that's like where we normally have fat. That's one of the places where we lose fat in early aging. So even in your like 30-year-olds, you'll start to see some of that
start
flattening.
to lose that.
Yeah. And so just a little pop of filler, like you said, it's really sort of the foundation for your eyelids, your nasolabial folds. It just shifts your eye back to your eyes. And then you're less focused on everything else that's happening down here. So yes, it's a great area to inject.
Yeah.
And no, it's not going to make you look like a
chipmunks.
chipmunk.
No chipmunks.
No ducks and
don't
no
be scared. If your doctor recommends doing it, totally don't be worried about it. Check it out. It's a game changer. It really is. It's one of those things that I love surprising people with, like, coming up with that idea, we decide to do it, and then it's always so surprising to people what a dramatic and positive difference it makes. So
it makes all the difference, guys. So
check it out.
Go for it. Check it out. All right, we'll see you next week.
All right, another question. See you next week, guys.